check, 1, 2, check, 1, 2, 3, mic check. Check, mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2, check.
Oops. That would help.
Mic check, 1, 2.
16.
All right, everybody, welcome inside Charles Moore Arena in Orleans for this Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. This is Nauset versus Dennis-Yarmouth. This is the Codfish Cup, and we are here from a new place here at Charles Moore Arena that I think you're going to like a little bit better as far as viewpoints, and it's almost right at center ice, so can't beat that. As this puck comes out in front, this is a good start for Nauset. Jamming away is Cam Taylor, and the save is made. Starting goaltender for Dennis-Yarmouth is Mason Sheehan. And your starting goaltender for the Nauset Warriors. Down on that end of the ice, take a look. That's JT Tulloch. As we have the safety netting, but I really don't think it's that much of an obstruction, and I don't think you have that much of a blind spot from where we are. So this could be the future right here. This is brought in by Tyler McFarland for Dennis, sent in deep into the Nauset zone, played around, and now the Warriors are going to get it right back out the center. It's going to wait Cam Cavatorta to slap it back into Nauset ice, and picking this up is Noah Clark. Clark will play to the near side for Peyton Kender. Kender had some trouble getting rid of it, and JT Tulloch just lets that go off him, and Kender will play to the near side. This already looks like a good start for the Nauset Warriors offense. They've been struggling. They're looking to end the struggles here tonight. Colin Underhill will play it to the far side, goes off a stick. It's repossessed by Dennis-Yarmouth. Played to nobody in a green jersey. Those are the Dennis-Yarmouth Dolphins with those gradient whites on the back of what is mostly a green jersey. Those are the road jerseys for the DY Dolphins. We'll call them DY, call them Dennis-Yarmouth occasionally. And we're a bit lower here, so that makes it, I think, even better, the position. It's a whole new perspective here at Charles Moore Arena at center ice. Thanks to the staff for being accommodating to have this broadcast allowed to be set up here. And it goes into the Dennis-Yarmouth zone, into the Nauset zone, rather, pounded along by Ryan Redahan. And this is going to be Redahan getting this again. Played along to the far half wall. And some forechecking pressure here for DY. And this pressure continues. It's going to be Ethan Keeney playing it to the far side. And out to center ice for Nauset. Redahan scooped it along, but then played the opposite way by Zach Quenville, and now this is icing on Dennis-Yarmouth. doesn't, you know, she doesn't want to be next to me. All right, I've already got my first casualty here. She might be back. Face off in the Dennis-Yarmouth zone. It's won by the Warriors. And it's played deep behind the DY net. Getting to this first will be Matthew Walsh. Right along near side, and DY's out. Led ahead by Tommy Julian. Julian will wrist. Glove save made by JT Tulloch. That shot low by Tommy Julian, and Tulloch was ready with that glove. This was a Dennis-Yarmouth team that last year struggled big time, but this season they look to be a little bit better. They started off with a 7-1 loss to Falmouth, then they beat Wareham Carver 7-3, shut out Nauset 1-0, lost to Abington 5-3, beat St. Joseph 2-0, lost to John Paul II by a 6-2 score. Barnstable beat them 5-2. They tied Martha's Vineyard at 2. And they tied Rockland by that same score. Beat Mashpee Monomoy 5-1. And here they are playing this one. That's a postponed game against Sandwich on Saturday because of the weather. And so they've been off since the Mashpee Monomoy game in which they won 5-1. So already I believe they've got more wins than they did all of last season. They're getting pretty high up there. And through 8 games played, as this is our first game for Dennis-Yarmouth in the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. Your leading goal scorer is Tommy Julian with 9 goals. So Julian, one of the returners on this team, and he is a senior, so expect big things from him all season for Dennis-Yarmouth. Little shovel by Cam Cavatorta, and bumping him in the process was Jack Burns. A couple of Cavatortas on this DY team. Cam Cavatorta will play it out the center, and that's read well. And entered into the zone by Nick Silva. And now it's going to be a rip. The save is made by the goaltender Sheehan. On that offering that just came a moment ago from the player that's just dumped it in, Pete Murphy for Nauset, but it's back out the center. Now spinning this one out of the zone is Cam Cavatorta. At his own line, played ahead by Ethan Keeney. Off sticks, jabbed at, glove down, pounded off the glass at center ice. Loose puck jammed along and into the DY zone, not deep, by Ryan Redahan. And then flip back out the center. And now shoveled from D to D, and Keeney will play it ahead off the DY stick, and now this is played by that man ahead to Shea Terrio from Jack Hanscom, and deep into the Nauset zone. And played back out the center, still no score here. We're about at the halfway point of this first period. Nice center ice view here at Charles Moore Arena in Orleans. And now this is going to be a shot off the outside of the post from Will Vincent. A little bit casual there. Nauset, though, lives to tell about it. Now it's going to be the same man who shoots it again, Vincent. And that save is made by JT Tulloch. Just, it's very hard, you know, even if I had the nameplates, which it's high school hockey, so I understand, don't have the nameplates, but even with them, the opposite end of the ice is just a difficult view. And from Charles Moore Arena up at the media booth, it's down where the Dennis-Yarmouth goal is going to be twice this game. Just a tough look. On the other end, it's a great look for when it's on the Nauset end of the ice, but center ice, nothing beats it, as far as I'm concerned. And I think I'm playing. I think I'm preaching to the choir. Now this is taken, and it's going to be skated out the center by Cooper McIntyre across the DY blue line, and he lawnmowers over his man. That's Matthew Walsh. Back to the line, drive, deflected in front. That one from Cam Taylor on the shot that was taken at the point by Peyton Kender. Now skated back out the center by Griff Feely. Feely tried to make the move and had some trouble there with the Nauset defense. And it sits there in the neutral zone. This will be taken back by Feely, and he'll just play it across into an area of the Nauset zone where there's nobody there for the Dolphins. That's going to allow the Nauset Warriors to get this puck out to center. They do so effectively. Skating up the far wing, Cooper McIntyre. McIntyre, the shot on goal. The save is made by the Dennis-Yarmouth goaltender, Mason Sheehan. Again, welcome back to the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. Dennis-Yarmouth High School had them on a few times last season, and happy to have them back on. And I'm going to have them on a few times here this season, and I want to tell you about our sponsors for this game, and I'm going to do that in a moment. Here as we're back to action now with 7 minutes to go in this first period, a scoreless game. Finding this at the Nauset blue line and backhanding it deep into the Nauset end is Tyler McFarland. Now in this process of forechecking is Chad Holmes, but it's worked back now for Cam Cavatorta. He played it, and now it's going to be Holmes again. Played it behind the Nauset net, and the Warriors repossess, and they get it out to center. Finding this one and playing it is Murphy. And it'll go into the DY zone, and played along near side. It's the turnover, and it's going to be directed on net from Ethan Keeney, and the drive in front there by Clayton Hussey. The puck stays out of the net, and the whistle has blown. So this game is being brought to you tonight. I want to welcome McGrath Insurance Agency. EJ McGrath Insurance, your neighborhood insurance agency, serving the Cape for over 50 years. Comprehensive insurance coverage at competitive costs. Call them at 508-385-5991. EJ McGrath Insurance, Main Street, Dennis. And they're on for the first time this season. Thank you so much for joining us, McGrath Insurance. This puck goes out in front, and it's Noah Clark. Rips, save, rebound. It's taken by Tommy Julian, and played out of the zone by Griff Feely. Blue line shot, misses from Will Vincent. Everybody oohed there. Something metal, but I don't know if that was a post or not. Now it's Ryan Redahan, captain of Nauset, is checked by Cam Cavatorta, and that's going to be a penalty on Cavatorta. It's going to be a tripping call. It's the first power play of the game for Nauset. That's going to give me a second to tell you our other sponsors for this game, at least some of them. I'll tell you this game is being brought to you by Cape Cod Refrigeration, Heat and AC, specializing in Mitsubishi ductless systems. Family owned and operated since 1996, serving Provincetown, Truro, Wellfleet, Eastham, and Orleans. Call them at 508-349-5821 or visit CapeCodRefrigeration.com. Cleared down the ice by DY. 5.5 minutes to go in the first period, no score. From a long distance, that shot by Peyton Pender was stopped by Sheehan. And now this will be cut down, and it's going to be a wrister. Sheehan the save on that shot from Cooper McIntyre, and that stops things. This game's also being brought to you by Siemens Bank, Cape Cod's first community bank. Since 1851, Siemens Bank has continued their commitment to community and has 5 branches from Eastham to Provincetown. Siemens Bank, highly regarded for its community involvement and support with local schools, businesses, nonprofit organizations through its charitable foundation. Siemens Bank would like to wish the Nauset Warriors a great season. It's a face-off win for Nauset. Peyton Kender will play it down low, and the attempt to return to him was thwarted, and it's cleared down by DY. And JT Tulloch is way out of his net, and then a man crashes down. In pursuit of that was Caleb Tolley, and it's going to be Kender with it. Kender now looks up, and there's nobody around him in a green and white jersey, so Kender is going to deliberately skate out to center, and he will shoot from the red line just about, and Sheehan putting the glove on that. Cooper McIntyre lost it to Tyler McFarland, and McFarland is going to clear, and this puck on its edge all the way down to Tulloch. The right-handed pass and shot there as he gets it out with the goal stick. Now this man shooting but not getting it was Cooper McIntyre. Don't know if that was on purpose or not. Almost kind of looked like it a little bit. McIntyre is working on Matthew Walsh. It's going to go to the near half wall for a shot, and that ramps up, but does not go past the red frame there from Ethan Keeney. This is going to be cleared by Dennis-Yarmouth. Down to 10 seconds on the power play. Less than 4 minutes to go in the first period. We're scoreless. Great atmosphere here at Charles Moore Arena. This place is packed. This is passed by Ethan Keeney. Good read there by Griffin Feely to be where he needed to be. Nauset fans think there should be a call there. Matthew Walsh plays it into the middle. That's going to be grabbed by Jacob Burns. Loses it back, though, to the possession of DY, and Will Vincent will send it deep from the near wall. And it's going to be an attempt to play it along by Cam Taylor. Too many DY jerseys in the way. Rolls behind the net, chopped along back to the near side. The span stumbles, but is able to recover. Jack Burns to play out center from the red line, sent right back into Nauset ice by Matthew Walsh. And parking behind his net is Keeney, played to the near side, and then there's a DY check, but Nauset's going to escape it and get it out to center. Walsh will send it back in for DY, but the Dolphins are sending new players out onto the ice on a line change. Scoreless and even strength. Puck intended for Redahan, but he was not near that one. DY's going to have it in their own zone. It's played along by Cam Cavatorta, but it's turned over, and Redahan has it back. Redahan tries to center. He can't, thanks to the defense from Jack Hanscom. Along the near side, Noah Clark with a touch on that puck. It is along the boards. Some big contact between Nick Silva and Dennis-Yarmouth's Jack Hanscom. DY will get it out the center, and this might be icing. Don't know. Let's see. No icing. Clark in his own end. Try to get it along. It's going to be turned over to Dennis. It's going to roll back to the line for a shot by Cam Cavatorta. That just missed. That was almost fatal for Nauset. Under 2 minutes to go in the first period. Rapidly moving first. Noah Clark sees a man in front of him for DY, so he plays it around the end boards, but then there's somebody there in the far corner for DY. That's Shea Terrio. And Nauset's able to get it back out to center, sent right back in. And DY's setting the puck in and trying to keep it in that half of the ice in this period, but they have nothing to show for it as far as a goal. Here comes Tyler McFarland. Plenty of speed and space. McFarland gets chopped down, and that's a penalty. Logan Valine is going to go to the sin bin. And that'll be the first power play of the game for DY. And that gives me time to also tell you that this game tonight is being brought to you by Agway of Cape Cod, locally owned, family operated, serving the Cape for over 25 years with lawn, garden, wild bird, and pet supplies. Visit the 3 Agway locations in Orleans, Dennis, and Chatham online at agwaycapecod.com. Puck in the Nauset zone. DY on the power play. Attempt to clear by Pete Murphy is caught at the point and then sent back deep by Cam Cavatorta. We're in the last minute of play now in the first period. This power play will carry over to the second if DY doesn't score. There are open men on the near side. Attempt to pass it over didn't work out for Will Vincent. Now it's up top for Cavatorta, that's Cam. And now the pass to the man in Ovechkin's office who will rip. That's Zach Quenville off the end boards. And pumped along deep by Griffin Feely. It sits there on the far half wall. It's Tommy Julian. He looks. He drifts back to the right point. Tommy Julian. He passes. Cam Cavatorta. Wrister, that's knocked down, and Tulloch was ready for it, but I don't think he actually made contact with it. Griff Feely with the deflection, and I think ultimately no shot on goal there. Now a whistle and a stoppage in play with 1 minute and 1 second on the power play, but also relevant is 19.9 seconds left in the period. And this face-off, where is it going to take place? Neutral ice. .9 seconds left in the first period. Face-off win for DY. It's brought right in. Wristed on goal by Will Vincent. And the save is made by JT Tulloch. Routine save for him there. That gets us down to 13.2 seconds remaining in the first. Face-off win for DY. It's nudged back to the point. Shot is blocked by Redahan from Zach Quenville, and that'll probably do it for this period as Quenville back in his own end sends it out to neutral, and it's Julian, and he runs out of time here. The buzzer sounds. 41 seconds left in the power play for Dennis-Yarmouth. What's the conversation here between Julian and Peyton Kender? It can't be anything good, but they're going to break up and separate. All right, first period's over. 0-0. Dennis-Yarmouth and Nauset, Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. We'll take a break. Welcome back, everybody, to the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. Dennis-Yarmouth versus Nauset. 0-0 after one period of play. That sounds beautiful. Yeah, I had about 10 minutes to set up here tonight. Just came from the USPHL All-Star game up in North Andover, Massachusetts. Yep, that's about a 2-hour drive. The All-Star game's happening today in the USPHL. One of many leagues in which I'm involved in. Yours truly is a busy person. So busy, I forgot how to say person. But making the transition here to Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Weekend. This is a good one so far after one period between Dennis-Yarmouth and Nauset. Dennis-Yarmouth is on the power play for this second period to start. "41 seconds of power play time is what remains here for DY. This is their first power play of the game. They are in the middle of right now. They'll be attacking from left to right. Here in this second period. And the puck is dropped, and we are underway here in the middle frame. Who will get the first goal? Noah Clark backhands it for Nauset. It pops up, and now it's going to be taken by Cam Cavatorta. Cavatorta is in, shoots, it's blocked, almost rolled perfectly to Griff Feely. It's going to go back to the left point for Zach Quenville to pump deep. Clark tries to clear, but there's somebody right on him. That's Tommy Julian. On some stick action, the puck comes to the near side, and DY is going to keep this in. It's played into the middle by Cam Cavatorta. It's going to go over to the left side, and Tommy Julian just missed. I can't believe that one got over the Nauset stick. I thought it was going to disrupt that. And we are back to even strength as the puck goes all the way down into the Dennis-Yarmouth zone. Out to center, played along by Zach Roberts to his defensive partner who played it ahead for Nauset. That's Ethan Keeney into the DY zone. And that's going to be taken here by Cam Cavatorta out to center. Sent right back in as this match continues. Zach Roberts sent it in for Nauset. On it first for Nauset is Logan Valine. Valine still has it. He'll give it to Zach Roberts at the left point. Shoot, that's blocked. And the man who blocked is just going to take it right out. That's Cam Cavatorta. He gets in, and by a skate there, offside, Will Vincent for Dennis-Yarmouth causing that whistle to blow. I see lots of curious faces coming up here. They've never heard the broadcast, have been sequestered up in the corner here. But the good news is they've told me I can stay here. So that's a good thing. And everybody's watching with intent eyes right now. As the longer this goes scoreless, the more tense it's going to get. Nauset desperately needs this win here tonight. And let's see if they can get it versus an improved DY team from last season. This is kept in on the line by Ethan Keeney, but then he loses it on this man that's charging ahead, Caleb Tolley, who's going to blast. And a save is made by JT Telk on that neutral zone slapper. Backhanded along. This is going to be Matthew Walsh to play. Attempted on the backhand of the other way for DY, but then it's carried by Peyton Kender into the DY zone. And now this is going to be the player for Nauset who grabs it and falls. And it's charged the other way by DY, and this shot from Matthew Walsh misses. Finally joining the action here for Nauset is Pete Murphy. after his capsizing led to that DY possession and skate into the Nauset zone, but DY wasn't able to get anything out of that themselves. Big check. 16 on 22 there. Peyton Boucher on DY's Caleb Tolley. And the backhander by Boucher was gobbled up by the stick of a Dennis-Yarmouth defender. And now it's Clark in his own zone. Noah Clark for the Nauset Warriors. He'll park behind his net, and then he'll pass. And Nauset has trouble getting it out, but they're going to get a second crack at this. And the second time is good, but it's all the way down, and it's going to be icing. Someone's got to remind me the last game, Cape Cod Furies versus DY, winner was. Sent deep into the Nauset zone by Aiden Powers. And tries to step out in front here for DY. Can't, then Tommy Julian comes out of nowhere to shoot it. The save's made by JT Tulloch. And then Julian goes down. And what are we going to get here? It's going to be a roughing call against Brian Redahan. Now, you saw it. I didn't see the exact moment there when Julian went down. Obviously, the official deemed that Redahan interfered with him. So, here's power play number 2 for Dennis-Yarmouth. Shifting into that one-time attempt was Zach Quenville, and he didn't get all of it. It went down low. Julian recovers for DY. A little cycle here. Griff Feely out to the line. Rister gets on through after a tipped at least once there. Zach Quenville's shot. The save was made by Tulloch eventually, and then it's cleared up by Nauset. Again, this is the first power play of the game for Dennis-Yarmouth. The second, rather. Their first, they were unsuccessful. Obviously, we're still scoreless. Julian will snake through center. Tommy Julian still with the puck on his stick. Julian finally stashed up behind the net. And now with it is Will Vincent. They'll give it out for the shot. Tulloch the save on Zach Quenville's offering. Now Nauset player's lost the stick and he's going to need help. That's Peyton Pender. Julian, a no-look backhand pass to the near point here for Cam Cavator to feed back into the fray, and a wrister just misses from Griff Feely. It's Quenville. Feely looking for pass. He does. It's blocked. It's going to go right to Will Vincent, who scores! Will Vincent with the power play goal. And that's the first of the game. It's 1-0 Dennis-Yarmouth. Third goal of the season for Will Vincent, the senior. DY does cash in on the power play on the second time around. Tommy Julian picks up the only assist on that goal. Out the center, a couple number 3s there. Tyler McFarland tried to go. Ethan Keeney chopped it away from him. Now it's going to be a slapper off the base of the outside of the post there from Nauset's Colin Underhill. And this is cleared down the ice by Dennis-Yarmouth, and it's going to be icing. So, large contingent of Dennis-Yarmouth fans that have made the trip down Route 6. Now a Let's Go Nauset chant from the Nauset faithful here. Shot going well wide, sticking out the blocker anyway was Tulloch on that offering from Caleb Tolley. Dennis-Yarmouth, they're a big physical team. They're showing it here with some physical forechecking. Nice pass out in front. Matthew Walsh is going to set it back down low for DY. Now scooting ahead, Logan Valine. Valine afforded some space. Valine, wide on the wing, throws it out in front, and arriving to this one is Keeney to keep it alive. Keeney will go way down low. He's going to jump back out to his position at the point, and then back skate to defense as this puck actually gets sent into the Nauset bench. It's 1-0. Dennis-Yarmouth leads on the goal from Will Vincent. On the power play tally, now 7:58 remaining here in the second period. Plenty of encouragement from the Nauset fans. The Warriors will try and make something out of that, and that one almost was a good one. Crease traveler there. That puck was off the stick of Nick Silva. Now Ryan Redahan is on this. Redahan will send it down low. There's Silva. Nick Silva will now pass it to Leighton Hussey. And now on the near side, Dennis-Yarmouth gets it out. And the pass ahead. And here's this DY skater who's going to chip it and try and get it off the end boards. It's Aiden Powers. Played out. And here comes a shot. Score! Cam Cavatorta scores to make it 2-0 Dennis-Yarmouth. What a rip from Cavatorta. I assume we're going to give that to him. I'll wait for the official call. Cam Cavatorta will pick something up out of that, the freshman. That's his first goal. Tommy Julian rips, blocked, and out of play. 2-0 Dennis-Yarmouth. They've just doubled the lead on the first goal for the freshman Cam Cavatorta, the defenseman. And a face-off coming up here in the Nauset zone with 6:58 to go in the second period. Face-off win for DY. And a little bit of deflation here for Nauset as Dennis-Yarmouth has scored two quick ones. The DY folks here, they're loud and they're loving it. Tommy Julian stashed it along to go to the far side. And now Ethan Keeney with it behind his own net for Nauset. Nearly played to the near side. Picked up by Julian, loses it. Pete Murphy couldn't step ahead. And a long distance offering from Griffin Feely, no problem for JT Tuller. Games being brought to you by Cape Cod Refrigeration, Heat and AC. If you need service for your commercial refrigeration or need to install or upgrade your residential or commercial air conditioning system, call them today at 508-349-5821. You can also visit CapeCodRefrigeration.com. Chant is Let's Go Nauset once more. And man couldn't quite get deep through center, Logan Valine. Noah Clark had some DY players on him. He fell as he got it out the center. Now this puck sent back into the Nauset zone by DY was caught by Peyton Kender to play back out, and Kender got a rough ride into the glass. Noah Clark in the near corner. Center ice. It feels so nice to go with the traditional geographic play-by-play. It doesn't feel out of hand or out of whatever. Shot was blocked, taken by Peyton Kender. And this puck's going to go out of play on the follow-up there. Game's also being brought to you by Siemens Bank, Cape Cod's first community bank. Siemens partners with great organizations like the Cape Cod Children's Place to support local families. to make a better life here on the Cape. Please go to their website, www.siemensbank.com, to learn what Siemens may be able to do for you and your family, and they say, let's go Warriors. Face-off win for the Warriors. Noah Clark shot, that's blocked. Look out here. No breakaway pass. And what's the call here? Is this just offside? If it was, I don't know. But that's not my determination to make. We're going to have a neutral zone draw. It was close. 5:19 to go in the second period. Dennis-Yarmouth with a 2-0 lead. We played to Matthew Walsh, and now near side, Will Vincent has it go off his stick. Tommy Julian picks it up. Julian cutting to the middle, backhander, misses. Oh, and I guess Tulloch must have gotten a piece of that. Behind the Nauset net, flip high off the glass and out and down. This won't, maybe it will go far enough for icing, yes. Took a slow trip down the ice, but it's icing on Nauset. Game's also being brought to you by Agway of Cape Cod, your local source for the pet food and supplies you need to keep your four-legged family members happy and healthy. Visit Agway in Orleans, Dennis and Chatham, and online at agwaycapecod.com. Face-off in the Nauset zone with 4:40 now to go in the second period. It's a face-off win for DY. His shot is deflected as it came in from Cam Cavatorta, and Tulloch's going to melt down no problem. Finally, this game's being brought to you tonight by EJ McGrath Insurance and Dennis. Call them at 508-385-5991 to get a quote for home, property, automobile, marine, and watercraft, and commercial line insurance. This game's being brought to you by our sponsors here tonight. We thank all of them for making the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week possible. Right off the face-off, DY got another crack at it, and the save made by Tulloch, and we'll start this over again with 4:31 to go in the second. All DY here in the second period, the 2 goals that have been scored. Nauset just looking for something to get a little bit of momentum their way. Just 1 goal will get the trick done. Can only score 1 at a time, and Nauset just wants to get the momentum reversed here. And this is offside on Nauset. Half of Charles Moore Arena, once things go a little differently, I'd say the other half, and I'm not going exactly 50-50 here, they're happy with how things are going. Nudged back for a wrister. That one from Peyton Kender, and almost booting that right into his own net was Zach Quenville. I said almost. Noah Clark at the right point. Rips. Save made. Mason Sheehan. We haven't called his name that much here in this second period for Dennis-Yarmouth, but he made that save on that shot from Clark. May have been deflected. Now hustling ahead is Kender. Peyton Kender rips one. Mason Sheehan with the save. Loose puck. It'll be played by Nauset, but DY's going to get it back. And now skated out the center by Cam Cavatorta. His wrister and Tulloch. No problem with that one. And a face-off coming up in the Nauset zone with 3:27 to go in the second. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for being with us live in Orleans, Massachusetts. This Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. My name is Jim McCabe. Goals for Dennis-Yarmouth in this game have come from Will Vincent and Cam Cavatorta. Big hit behind the DY net. Centering attempt there by Logan Valine didn't quite go to the stick of Cam Taylor. Taylor goes down as he tries to advance. Puck goes out in front, and able to get to that first and nudge it along was Cooper McIntyre. Now it is McIntyre with it on the backhand, pushes his way in front and gets one on net. The save was made by Sheehan, the DY goaltender. Now stepping ahead the other way is Caleb Tolley. And the puck sliding deep into the Nauset zone. Keeney on it first for Nauset. And now Noah Clark steps, skates, pushes it ahead. The call is ice, but it was, I thought Clark getting there first, but icing call is going to happen here. That's going to put the face-off back in the, I should say, I thought, the rules are a little different in high school hockey, but I thought still that Clark got to where he needed to be in time. Right off the face-off, a shot that's fought off by JT Tulloch. As Tulloch going to make this save again. Griffin Feely really stepped into that slapper in the left circle. 2:09 to go in the second period. Back to action. DUI, can they get another? Here late, Tommy Julian slung one, and that just missed. And that puck is going to be a souvenir as it goes through the safety netting. No, just kidding. It's going to be sent back onto the ice. 1:52 to go in the second period. Face-off win for Dennis-Yarmouth. "100 seconds left in the second period. Puck in the DUI zone. Gotten out. Played from his own line by Peyton Kender. And DUI repossesses. Smashed off the boards by Cam Cavatorta. Kender tried to play it ahead. Now this is going to be taken by Griff Feely for DUI. Kender gets back on him. And it rolls back out to the neutral zone. Matthew Walsh from the red line. Delayed offside on Dennis-Yarmouth. Free play for Nauset. That comes back in on the forecheck quickly with Shea Terrio. Nauset's going to get this out the center. And now under a minute to go in the second. Nauset needs 2. It's brought in. And a big hit. It's going to result in a penalty here. Matthew Walsh. Big head of hair on Matthew Walsh. No penalty. I was wrong. It was just a big hit. I didn't see who the Nauset player was. You did, though. But you saw the aftermath as Matthew Walsh, the long skate of shame back to his bench. So Nauset tries to invigorate things with that physical play. Shot by Kender missed. This is kept alive on the near side by Noah Clark. DUI's going to get it back. Are they going to clear? No. Ben McDowell, first time we're calling his name, played it along. And DUI now does get it out with just 10 seconds left. A good poke by Kender. That's going to stop DUI from getting it into the zone and maybe get us down to the end of the second. Two periods of play in the books. Nauset stepping things up physically at the very end there and hoping that will lead to good things in the third period. 2-0, Dennis-Yarmouth leads. Goals from Will Vincent and Cam Cavatorta. Cavatorta's on the power play. Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week will continue after this. Welcome back, everybody. The Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. It's Nauset versus Dennis-Yarmouth, and after 2 periods of play, Dennis-Yarmouth with the 2-0 lead on Nauset, thanks to goals from Will Vincent, and on the power play, Ken Cavatorta in that second period. Both second period goals. Nauset made a push at the end to try and change the tone of things, make things a little more physical. And we'll see if they can break through here. We're underway here in the third period. Thanks for being with us live from Charles Moore Arena in Orleans on Twitch via Twitter. This is into the Dennis-Yarmouth zone, rushed in with plenty of speed from Logan Valine. Now we'll attempt to wrap it around. Score! The goal scored by Cooper McIntyre. And I gotta tell you, I thought it was on the side of the net. Huge delayed reaction there. McIntyre put the arms up, and then everybody else kind of followed about 1-2 seconds later. I did not think they got it all the way around the post there, and apparently they did. And it's a 2-1 game. Nauset scores in the first half minute of this period. I thought it was initially Cam Taylor who actually picks up the assist. All right, so we've got ourselves a new game. This is exactly what Nauset needed and wanted. Maybe not in that order. Now it's Peyton Kender. He'll play it across the rink to Logan Valine. Valine will swim towards the middle and get bumped away by Cam Cavatorta. Tommy Julian was in the area as well. That rip comes in from the left point by Nick Silva, was cut down. Now the advancing DY player can't get to this puck as it's D to D, and it's Noah Clark. He'll get it out into neutral. On the far side is Tommy McFarland for DY. He's poking at this. He may be able to get a shot. No. Good defense there from number 11 for Nauset, Colin Underhill. Cooper McIntyre with the goal. You know about Nauset's offensive struggles this season. Don't have the goal totals, but they're low, obviously, for individual players. And the score from Cooper McIntyre, the freshman. By the way, earlier I'm sorry, I said Tommy Julian was a senior. Yeah, he's actually a junior. Was waiting for a nice quiet moment of time to say that. Sorry. We've played about 2 minutes here of this third period. Does Nauset have it in them to get another one? Well, right now, we're going to face off in the Nauset zone because of this icing. And then we'll see about that. Another busy week of Cape Cod High School hockey coming up here. Doubleheader on Wednesday. I have tentatively scheduled Nantucket at Dennis-Yarmouth and Falmouth at Nauset. Schedule subject to change. So we flipped ahead. But it's going to be a turnover in the Nauset zone. Maybe Nauset will reverse this. And the answer is yes. Down into the DY zone, short of icing. It's going to be Zach Quenville. He'll park behind his net. He'll backhand one, takes a weird bounce. It's going to go right to Ryan Redahan. Shoots glove. Getting the glove on that one was the goaltender's jam. Took a weird bounce there and went well to Redahan for that chance. Now stepping ahead with this in the neutral zone, and shot from Cam Cavatorta. JT Tulloch making the save. Pressure from DY. Shot from the right point. Tulloch's got that one, but not the follow-up. The shot and the score from Will Vincent. He's got his second. That loose puck, it was Vincent taking advantage. And Dennis-Yarmouth restores the 2-goal lead at 3-1. All right, so you're Nauset, you got to shake that one off. Tommy Julian almost was able to get to the man cutting to the net there, Griff Feely. Julian, tipped by the stick of Feely off the end boards, almost came back out in front. And Tulloch was in a position there, it didn't go off and in. They give 2 assists on the play to Matt Walsh and Zach Weber. 11 minutes and change to go here in the third period. Nauset now needs 2 to tie again. Teams have exchanged goals here in the third. On this first, and just spinning it towards the net was Cam Taylor. And that one stays out. As it gets a little colder here in Charles Moore Arena. Out of the zone, almost a home run pass from Feely to Julian. But almost. And Peyton Kender will dump it in from the red line. Gonna go for a shot. And neutralized by the stick of Matthew Walsh, that shot from Peyton Kender. And cleared out the center by the Dolphins. And it's Ethan Keeney playing it ahead near side. Not deep into the DY zone, cleared out. Look out here now for Chad Holmes. He's cutting in. Shot. The save is made by JT Tulloch. They don't blow the whistle right away, but Tulloch's got it. 3-1 the score. The second goal of the game for Will Vincent. Make it 4 goals on the season now for Will Vincent. Face-off win for Nauset. Pressure for Dennis. Pete Murphy will try and backhand it through a few Dolphin players. And successful. And now speed for Ethan Keeney through neutral. Gets into the DY zone. Sits there on the wall. And played back out to center by the Dolphins. And then played further into Nauset territory by Cam Fatorda. But it's going to be icing on Dennis-Yarmouth. .9:43 to go in the first period, in the third. Face-off win for Nauset. Here comes Hammer. Time missing though. Peyton Kender. Got good wood on that. Patient Cam Cavatorta. He played it to the near side. Hoping for the exit. Didn't get it quite. Loose puck on the far half wall. Pinching in is Noah Clark. And also couldn't keep it in the zone. Now Ryan Redahan spins at his own blue line to play the head on the far side. In front of the DY bench. Now sent towards us. And it's Kender for Nauset. Into neutral. And try to play it ahead. Didn't get it very far. It was Clayton Hussey. He got hit. Now whistle. And I think we got a penalty coming up on Nauset. See if I can see this call. No, I didn't see that one. That's Ryan Redahan in the box. And Nauset goes back on the penalty kill for the third time. Dennis-Yarmouth is 1 for 2. And a power play goal here for Dennis-Yarmouth can really put them in control to finish this one. The pass to Zach Quenville. Returning it to the near half wall for Griffin Feely. Interchange with Tommy Julian. Quenville will just send it deep. The first one on that is a Nauset player. And that player goes down, crumpled, and he gets back up. That is Kender. DY's got it in the Nauset zone. A shovel pass, near side, connects to the stick of Griff Feely. Back for Zach Quenville. And now Feely, and he's got Tommy Julian right by him. Julian says, I'll take care of this. He's got a man cutting, shoots, save. Tulloch on Can Cavatorta. Hey, this game's being brought to you by Cape Cod Refrigeration, Heat, and AC. Call 508-349-5821 today for a free quote for a new Mitsubishi ductless air conditioning and heat system. They are certified preferred diamond dealers for Mitsubishi and can take care of all your needs. Neutral zone draw. Nauset will rip down the ice. DY starts from his own zone with a minute to go on the power play. Brought in by Julian. Wrister, glove save made. JT Tulloch. Tonight's game is sponsored by Stevens Bank, Cape Cod's first community bank, serving the lower Cape communities from Provincetown to Brewster by providing loans for first-time home buyers or anyone starting a new business. They continue to be the quintessential community institution. Like them on Facebook and Instagram, please, or go to their website to learn more. Face off in the deep now. Nauset zone. DY's got it. This pass somehow gets on through for the wrister to be taken by Zach Quenville. Tulloch was ready. Crucial penalty kill here for Nauset. They can't afford another one here. Warriors get the clear. 7.5 minutes to go in the third. Skating through center is Zach Quenville. Backhanded pass that gets by his teammate Chad Holmes. And that's going to get the clear down. Chad Holmes, I'm familiar with him, a former Cape Cod Islander in the NA3HL. One of the many teams I've called games for over the years. Cape Cod Islanders no longer a team, but Chad Holmes, one of the players on these teams with junior hockey experience. And played from the blue line by Peyton Kender into Nauset ice. Now this is going to be cut down as a turnover. It stayed in the zone, but then sticks involved and unable to do anything there was Colin Underhill. So DY's going to go the other way. And it's going to be slid towards the net. And a little surprise one there from Tyler McFarland, and the save is made by JT Tulloch, and he will freeze. Game is also being brought to you by Agway of Cape Cod. Their greenhouse is now open year-round and stocked with beautiful and easy-to-care-for houseplants, as well as great unique gifts. Visit Agway in Orleans, Dennis, and Chatham, and online at agwaycapecod.com. 6.5 minutes to go in the third. 3-1 Nauset trails Dennis-Yarmouth. Jim McCabe here with you on the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. Big Thunder, just witnessed by everybody. And another one. That's a huge reaction, as it was Jack Hansen and Colin Underhill coming together in front of the DY bench. A man moving in for Nauset, backhander, save, rebound, loose in front. Oh, and it goes over. Maybe getting a piece of that with the glove was Sheehan. Started all there by Ethan Keeney, and then a few more chances after that for Nauset. Less than 6 to go in the third. Here's the pinch from Keeney. DY recovers, gets it out to center. Nauset repossesses a neutral. Keeney going back. He'll flip it ahead. And it was played farther along by Jack Burns for Nauset. Now Tommy Julian will start from his own blue line. He'll gallop ahead. He'll get by a few Nauset players down to below the goal line. Taking it along near side corner. Coming out in front now. Passes. Shot. Tulloch. Did that get on him? No. It was blocked on that attempted shot by Griffin Feely. And Nauset will get it out. Almost a huge open ice hit. That was just witnessed here, but no. And it'll be ripped in, angling towards Tulloch, who stops it with a goal stick and plays it away at the same time. That was Ben McDowell's offering. Less than 5 minutes to go in the third. Nauset still needs 2. DY will send a couple new players out onto the ice as 3 go in on the forecheck. Gets dumped into Nauset ice. Puck bounces to the stick. of Logan Valine. Passed ahead. Dropped. Trying to get that on for his teammate was Cooper McIntyre. Urgent backhand along by Peyton Kender. Goes into Dennis-Yarmouth ice. Played away from pressure by Zach Quenville. It goes to the near corner. Players digging away for it. Puck squibs free. Zach Quenville plays it. There's nobody there for Nauset on the far side. So it's going to be easy for a skate out to neutral by Will Vincent. Loose puck in the Nauset zone. Kept in by DY just temporarily. Off the glass from Cam Taylor. And now starting up with this is Tommy McFarland. He's got some open ice. McFarland a blast. Glove save made JT Tulloch. That glove has been marvelous here tonight. And I also want to tell you finally tonight, this game includes the sponsorship of E.J. McGrath Insurance Agency. Personal lines of insurance, including auto, homeowners, professional liability, and personal and commercial umbrella policies. Visit ejmcgrathinsurance.com to learn more. Less than 4 minutes to go in the third. Nauset are going to make a push here. It'll be backhanded in by Peyton Kender. And this puck now in the DY zone, near corner. DY clears. And that's all they need to do here. DY, if they can just keep the puck out of their zone, don't get burned for too many icings, or if none at all, they can avoid. And they're going to skate out of Orleans tonight. But they still got 3+ minutes to go here. Plenty of time for Nauset to get back in this. Right from the blue line, Mason Sheehan. What's he going to do here? Wow, that's a long time for them to not blow the whistle after it was sent in there from neutral by Peyton Kender. They eventually do blow the whistle after about 2 or 3 seconds. 3:09 remaining in the third period. Anxious Nauset supporters, they're hoping. They know it can happen here. Nauset's put one up, and they've looked good here. This has been a competitive game. They've had a few turnovers, but Nauset's been competitive in this one. Last game with 8-1, lost to Barnstable. Just absolutely, you could hear a pin drop in this place. Not so much here tonight. Drive on net. Save Sheehan. They're digging away for it. It's loose. Referee falls. 1 versus 2 here for DY's Dayton Powers, and they couldn't get deep through neutral. It's brought back in by Ethan Keeney. And man can't keep it in the zone there for Nauset. Be dumped back in by the Warriors. DY will get it back out. Less than 2.5 to go in the third period. Taylor turns, backhands it. Knocked down by the stick of Matthew Walsh. I thought maybe a high stick, but they're not going to blow the whistle for that. Don't think it was that high. 2 minutes and change remaining in the third. Julian will be on this for DY. Tommy Julian cuts out in front to the slot. Backhander. Save is made by JT Tulloch. Julian looking to pass. It goes off a player. Stays in the zone. We're almost down to the last 100 seconds of regulation. Tulloch's still in his net, but you expect maybe he's going to go out for the extra skater if Nauset can get it deep. Julian shot, and Tulloch the save. And that's not what Nauset wants here. They're going to have to take a defensive zone draw with 1:38 to go in the third period. Tommy Julian kills off valuable seconds for Nauset with his presence in the Nauset zone and the puck on his stick. And you absolutely have to respect Tommy Julian. You can't mess around with him. Nauset needs to get possession quickly off this faceoff. They really can't afford a loss here on the draw, and they do get what they need. And this is cleared, and this is not going to be icing. Tulloch's still in his net. It doesn't look like he's going anywhere, so maybe not here for Nauset. We'll see. All of a sudden now, it looked like they were going to maybe have an instant 2-on-1 there, involving McIntyre as well as Valine. Now this puck locked up on the boards. It's going to be a face-off in the DY zone. Tulloch's not going anywhere yet. Both teams have their timeouts. And Tulloch now at the edge of his crease. And now timeout has been called by Nauset. 1:16 remaining in the third period, and the current score is Dennis-Yarmouth 3, Nauset 1. This is the Codfish Cup that follows up the game that happened here between the Cape Cod Furies and the DY girls team, and that was a win for Dennis-Yarmouth, a final score of 2-0. They talk things over at the Nauset bench still. They're going to have to break this up pretty soon. JT Tulloch is going to head back to his bench. But he looks like he's not going to get back to his net. Actually, he will go now. 6 skaters out there for Nauset. Here we go. Face-off win for Nauset. It's going to go back. Noah Clark's shot. And that one will deflect and go wide into the near corner. Rolls around. It's going to arrive to Clark. And he'll pass. And Pete Murphy tried to play it deep. Nauset will keep this in. Back for Clark. The wrist shot. And that's blocked. It won't go on net. Less than a minute to go in the game. Extra skaters still out there for Nauset. Back for Clark. Now Murphy, wrister, that one does get on net. Save made Sheehan, and he covers up with Cam Taylor crashing to the net. Well, Mason Sheehan may not have faced the highest volume of shots here tonight, but he's been the opposite of a liability for his team. Dennis-Yarmouth's goaltender has been steady, and a good non-rebound given up there. Just kind of knocked down in the crease there, and Taylor came crashing in for it, but wasn't able to pounce on it in time. Now DY possesses, but they're not going to be able to clear. Keeney plays it deep. Less than a half minute to go, and cleared down the ice. Down it goes, icing on DY with 17.2 seconds left. Now Nauset's really got to win this face-off and score in a hurry, or else this one is going to go to DY tonight. Another face-off that's going to be taken here by Cam Taylor, and Nauset's trusting this man to get them the face-off wins, and almost was able to get it. Now this will be shot down the ice. Bingo! Tommy Julian with the score from shallow in his own zone. He gets the empty netter, and Dennis-Yarmouth is up 4-1. Tommy Julian is heard from finally in this game as he scores his 10th goal of the season. And this comes with 10.8 seconds remaining in this hockey game. Great effort by Nauset here tonight, but DY is going to come out of here and win this Codfish Cup contest. 4-1 the final, as they will sweep this 2-game series versus Nauset here tonight. The game winner is going to go to Cam Cavatorta. The other goals scored in this one, Will Vincent with 2, Tommy Julian with the empty netter, and Nauset gets the 1 score here tonight from Cooper McIntyre. This Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week has come to a conclusion. We thank you for watching live from Orleans tonight. My name is Jim McCabe, and I'll see you next time.